Yo, what's up, everybody? I am back. I'm 400 hours. I'm sci-fi here. I'm back and I'm excited to be here. We're back with another episode of Lost Ark. I'm excited because today we're going to be showing y'all some mid-game gameplay. I'm joined by some dope special guests. But before we get to all that, last week we announced our closed beta. Remember to go to playlostark.com, sign up. That's going to run from November 4th through to the 11th. Sign up on playlostark.com to get a chance to get a beta code. Also, if you plan on streaming, recording, or sharing any content for Lost Ark, be sure to sign up for our creator program, which will also be on there as well. For those of y'all that don't remember, last week we ran a beginning game dungeon and we were joined by Dat Mods, who actually helped us out and gave me a lot of knowledge with the Bard. And I'm actually going to be running with the Bard again today. And today we're going to be running a mid game dungeon. As y'all can see here, we already have our special guests. So let me go ahead and introduce them. First up is KatContii. What's up, Kat?
Yo, what up, Sai? Hi, I'm KatContii. What do you mean? Because everybody here is named Sai. No, but I'm KatContii. I'm so excited to be here. I've heard nothing but good things about the game, and I'm ready to dive in with you lads that are so experienced on it.
I don't know about experience, but it's gonna be a blast. I know it's your first time playing Lost Ark.
Yeah,
You're under 4
very
hours,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah. I'm under
400 hours.
4
So
minutes.
this is gonna be
Yeah,
fun. This is gonna be really fun. And I know y'all
excited.
see the man himself here. We got Sywo-san, who's gonna be joining us as well. What's up, Sywo?
Hi guys, hi Sci-Fi, hi KatContii. Many of you know me. In case you don't know me, my name is Sywo, and I haven't only heard good things about the game. I've actually only said good things about the game since 2018 when I first started covering the game on my YouTube channel. Nice to see so many familiar faces also in chat. I apologize for looking a bit that way. That's the screen where I have the chat also. So many thanks to those of you who are watching us right now. I really appreciate you. Your support is absolutely invaluable, and nice to see so many of you that I have actually seen before.
And Sywo, I'm excited to have you because I actually have watched a lot of your YouTube videos, and I know you've been playing Lost Ark since the launch in Korea, since 2018, like you just mentioned. So I need the knowledge that you have. I'm very, very appreciative that you're going to be rolling with me and Kat today and just teaching us the ins and outs. And I actually have a lot of questions for you. But before I ask you any questions, I want to get into our classes and talk about the classes and what we're going to be running with. I'll be rolling with the Bard again. Last week, Dat Mods actually helped me and gave me a lot of knowledge about the Bard, and Sywo actually helped me set up my skills. So this week, y'all will be seeing a lot more DPS from the Bard. I'm really excited to jump in and actually show y'all that I can support my squad. And then, Kat, what class will you be rolling with today?
I'm the male super punchy man. I'm so excited to be on it. I've been told it's kind of like an intermediate class, but I'm playing the striker class. So I'm gonna get in there. I'm pretty squishy, and I'm just gonna do some damage, man.
And it's funny because the martial artist, when I play with the martial artist, he is so beastie. I love his moves. I felt like Ip Man. Like I felt like Bruce Lee in there coming in with the martial artist and just getting out. And then Sywo, what about you? What class will you be rolling with today?
So they forced me to play the gunslinger. This is a class that has a very high skill ceiling. Definitely not something that I would prefer to play myself in game. I have played all of the classes in game, but the gunslinger is the female version of the gunner. It is a ranged DPS class. Not only range, it has 3 ranges to it actually, because the gunslinger can swap in between 3 different weapons. And one of the reasons why it has such a high skill cap is exactly because of the swap, remembering cooldowns from your pistols to your shotgun to your sniper rifle. Yeah, I'm more of a summoner kind of person. The way I decided my class in Lost Ark, by the way, for those of you who are new, is I just flipped a coin, simply because every single class in Lost Ark is so nice to play, and it's such a unique experience that, coming from other MMORPGs, same as I did, playing all my life something else, um, I played all the classes and I loved so many that eventually I just had to flip a coin and pick my main. And a piece of advice, by the way, Sai, if you would allow me to give some advice to new players, just just as a baseline kind of advice, brace yourselves. Brace yourselves for impact if you're new, because Lost Ark is going to hit you in so many nice places. Myself personally, I've been playing the game for 3 years, and I just couldn't stop playing it. Now we're so close to our Western release. Next week is the beta. I highly advise those of you who are new to maybe jump in the beta and try a couple of different classes. Lost Ark is not just an MMORPG, an MMOARPG, it's an experience as well, an experience that you absolutely have to partake in it. It's free to play, by the way, upon release. And in my opinion, I don't believe in any game killers and Lost Ark's going to come out and do this and that to that and that game. But I believe strongly that regardless of what game are you playing in now, where are you spending your time, give a chance to Lost Ark. This is my baseline advice for those of you who are new.
And that's some good advice, Iwo, because me personally, I've had a blast and I've just gotten so sidetracked with, just like you said, playing with as many classes as I can, trying to get a feel for each class and going off and doing different things and playing at my own pace. And that's what I love about Lost Ark. So, yes, just like he mentioned, y'all, the beta is November 4th. Be sure to sign up. So that way, next week, we can see all y'all on here running raids and dungeons and doing whatever you want to do. Lost Ark is massive. And actually,
Yeah.
speaking of the classes, Saiwo, are there any other classes that you have fun playing with? I know you mentioned the summoner, but are there any other classes that you want to mention?
Yeah, absolutely. So my main will be the summoner, and I also absolutely love a class from the gunner profession, which is the artillerist, a sort of a heavy metal gunner class with a really big weapon that turns into a flamethrower, and you yourself as a character can turn into a stationary turret that has its own skills.
Hmm.
An absolutely joy of a class. I also wanted to mention, by the way, speaking about classes, I'm very excited, by the way, about classes. I'm excited about the content in the game and everything you can do in it. But I'm so excited about the classes because once you hit end game, right now during this stream, we are not at end game. We're still in the leveling up process. We're going to be doing a dungeon together, very lovely dungeon. But when you hit end game, for example, my class, which actually sci-fi can show you, my class can swap in between 3 different weapons, right? However, this class that I'm playing, the gunslinger, also has a male counterpart. Same class-ish, with a few different skills, but at end game it takes a completely different turn, right? Because, for example, the gunslinger, the one that I'm on right now, you can actually at end game choose to remove the shotgun from your inventory. You don't have shotgun to swap to. You just have pistols and sniper. While the male counterpart, for example, can choose to remove a shotgun and the sniper and just use the pistols, right? With additional buffs. Very, very interesting. I'm pretty sure those of you who are new are absolutely going to find at least 2 classes that you're going to love. I don't know anyone that just plays one class in Lost Ark simply for the experience.
And I know I don't play one class at all. And just like you mentioned with the gunslinger, they do have their own counterparts. So yeah, the martial artist has the war dancer, which is the female counterpart to the martial artist. And what do you think about the war dancer, Saiwo? Is the war dancer a good class to start out with, or is there going to be a skill gap?
Well, I personally believe that the war dancer is also a class that's sort of in the middle in terms of the skill ceiling, same as the striker. Classes in general in Lost Ark are sort of balanced for PvE content and PvP content. The war dancer being the female version of Cat's class, the striker. This is part of an ongoing process, by the way, in Lost Ark to remove the gender lock that existed at the beginning in the game. They have started to take class by class slowly and just create the other counterpart, not just making it a male and giving us new skins, but adding a little bit of Lost Ark flair to it, making the class feel a little bit different yet the same. Sci-Fi's class, for example, the Bard, doesn't yet have a male counterpart, but at end game, the Bard becomes S tier, basically. A really nice class, one of the only 2 support classes in the game. Lost Ark doesn't have a dedicated healer. However, the Bard actually does have a healing skill that they can use quite often at end game. So it does feel like a support. And for those of you who have played support in other MMORPGs, definitely worth a try, the Bard.
Okay, and that's really I got like I don't know, what is this? Why is it like confetti like spilling on me out of this?
Well,
Surprise! Happy birthday,
what are you
Sai!
doing, Kai?
Wow! Happy
What you doing,
Okay,
birthday.
so
Cycle?
I actually have some information that I guess I'm supposed to read live on stream here right now. This is like really long, but it says with closed beta just around the corner, we have some exciting information to share. While working alongside Smilegate RPG to bring Lost Ark to new audiences in North America and Europe, our teams heard loud and clear that players in other regions were eager to venture into Arcasia. To ensure that this beloved game can be enjoyed by more players, we've collaborated with Smilegate RPG to add Estonia, Latin America, and Oceania for a total of 34 new countries. What? To the list of regions that will have access to closed beta and at launch in early 2022. Yo, this is crazy. We're ecstatic to welcome in additional players from around the world and hope you'll join us for the adventures ahead. Please stay tuned to our website next week for detail. Yo, what?
Chat,
That's
chat. I see
crazy.
you, chat. I see you, South
Yo,
America. I see you, Australia. I see you, CEA. I see myself because I'm the only guy in Estonia who can plays this game.
we'll see you
They
Awesome.
did
in
it
the
just for
beta.
you, Sywo. They're like, we need to do it just for
Awesome.
him.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yo, Saiwo, how do you feel
Wow.
about that? Whoa, that is crazy. So we're gonna see y'all during the closed beta, 34 additional countries. Oh wow, that
34 more
I don't even know
countries
what
that
to
are
say.
allowed to have this
34 more
experience. I
countries.
know what to say. I know what to say. I'm going to say it.
Say
My
it.
boys, my girls, it was a community effort. We did it almost. And I want to thank Smilegate. I want to thank Amazon Games for this because this is huge. This is huge. And one of the reasons why I didn't reply to any of your comments asking me about the region lock is exactly because of this. Because you don't need to. You can just go ahead and do it. Just do it. I'll
Oh my
see you, South
goodness.
America. I'll see you, Australia. Yeah.
Wow, we're gonna see y'all during the closed beta. November 4th. That's just next Thursday. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. This
Awesome.
is crazy.
Really nice.
This is like I seriously am at a loss for words. I don't even know what to say. Um, but we have to jump into some gameplay because we
Yeah.
have to get
Let's
through
do
with
it.
this dungeon, and I want y'all to actually see this. Wow, that is amazing. Be sure to follow on Twitter to stay up to date on all that information. But wow, that's amazing. I can't wait to see y'all in the closed beta. That's gonna be so dope. The more the merrier. So what we're doing
Yeah.
right now is we're actually going to run this dungeon. Actually, Sywo recommended this dungeon, which I forgot all about. I forgot it even existed. And when we were running this, I was like, wow, this dungeon is just beautiful. Cinematics, angles, the camera angles, the fighting, the bosses. It's a really, really beautiful dungeon. And we're going to jump right in with our classes. Sywo actually helped me set up my class to be more of a DPS because from my understanding, he was explaining to me that with the bard, it really doesn't open up until you get more in game, right, Sywo? It's like I believe that's what you were saying. Is
Yeah.
that
So yeah, absolutely. So I know that that many people who start playing Bard, they want to do support throughout their leveling process, but there's absolutely no need. You're going to be supporting at end game, and it's really nice that you, throughout the leveling process, you as a bard would help your teammates with maybe CCing, crowd controlling the mobs, so that they wouldn't have to use so many pots or die. Because your support skills as you level up, now, people don't stay next to you; they just run ahead. You're not going to catch them. So because of that, I recommend that bards through the leveling up process, they play more of a DPS because your DPS skills have also a support part in them. So because of that, you can be a 2-in-1.
okay? And that's really a great piece of advice because it changes my whole gameplay. When I rolled in with the bard, I'm thinking that I'm going to be healing everyone, and from just your explanation, I just understand now that it's more of just really just kind of using your moves that are going to be high in DPS, pushing back enemies, and giving your squad that opportunity to kind of use their attack. So I'm still going to be supporting, but not in the way that I'm thinking that I will. That's going to come more in
Yeah,
game. Okay.
yeah,
And we got a
later on.
question from chat for you, Kat.
Ooh. Oh,
What classes do you normally play? Do you when you jump into MMO? Is it like do you go tank, glass cannon support, or do you just jump right in?
So I'm actually fairly new to MMOs, but when I first started playing, I played with the summoner class in a different MMO, but recently I've been playing a lot of ranged DPS. So it's a little bit foreign for me to be on like a CQC, like super squishy DPS, but I'm gonna make it work. But I normally like ranged DPS.
Range.
I like to feel like I like to feel like I'm doing something, but I don't do the most as like tanks do and like healers. No, I do. Yeah, I'm just there to do damage.
That's funny because I'm actually usually the opposite, and I like to like just get right in with just the beastiest character that could do the most damage and just try to wipe out everyone. So that's why I really wanted to play with another character that was going to just change my entire mindset and just force me to think in a different way. So I'm actually looking at this dungeon here. We have normal, we have hard. Normal's item level 180. I'm item level 188. So we're gonna jump in and just do it on hard. Are y'all ready for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
never
These
been
leveling
more
up
ready.
dungeons,
And
these
Sywo, maybe
leveling up
you can talk
dungeons.
about. I'm sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Sywo.
I will. I just want to say that these leveling up dungeons can be done solo as you level up in the closed beta in release. You can do them solo, and then they scale down to one player. Right now we're 3, well, 2.5 if you count sci-fi. But since we're 3, then the difficulty scales a little bit up to 3 people, right? But you can easily do them solo. Also, the difference in between the normal mode, choosing the normal mode, and choosing the hard mode in these leveling up dungeons is that the hard mode can offer you a better quality of gear for your character. Not that it's very important as you level up, because you're gonna hit 50 soon enough. Yeah, and also better item level on the gear that you're getting from the hard mode compared to normal. Here in this dungeon, by the way, we are really little. We are tiny. We are the size of the Mokoko people, which are the inhabitants of the island called Tortoik. It's called Tortoik because of the name of the giant that resides on it, the giant that decided to stay above water after the creation of the island. The giant on Tortoik is the same one who sneezed and blew away all of the mokoko seeds to every other continent. Mokoko seeds, which are a collectible in game, a very defining collectible, a very defining brand for Lost Ark. Also, I'm pretty sure you've seen them. And the giant sneezed, they blew them all away, and then we have to collect them in game and bring them back to the leader of the village in this Tortoik in the Mokoko village, place. So now we're little, and we have big pirates we've been put in cages because they confused us with Mokoko people. We have mobs here. Normally you should be grouping up these mobs, and everyone should just be doing damage here. Movement or
pulls.
too much movement. Yes,
Big
exactly. Big pulls.
Big pulls.
Yeah, big pulls and
Massive.
stack them up. Yeah, stack them up together, because movement is only necessary when you see red telegraphs underneath you. That's when you need to move. Other than that, we stand still. We're together with the bard, which provides us some nice support, some shields also, and then we just DPS the mobs down.
And watch out for that
And
frog. But yes, this is one of my favorite regions in the game, Tortoik. And like Sywo mentioned, there's a ton of lore just surrounding, well, all of Lost Ark. But this region in particular got me so sidetracked on mokoko seeds, because when I found out that piece of lore that the mokokos are, they were scattered across all of Arcasia, and they can only be hatched and born on Tortoik. And so that's why you're tasked with the mission of finding all the mokoko seeds. You're bringing them all back to their region where they can actually hatch. So I found this out, and I'm like, I want to collect every single mokoko seed just to see what happens. And Sywo knows what happens. I told him not to ruin it for me. I told him not to ruin it for me. But
sorry,
that's what I'm doing right now.
Let's just be careful here, because this is actually one of the 2 dungeons up until level 39 where you have quite a high chance of dying. So especially, for example, these crows. So let's be careful.
I laugh in the
These
face
red
of danger. I'm getting in there, Sywo. I'm just gonna hit all the
that's good.
buttons. Ha ha ha.
I was gonna say I'm actually using more than just 2 skills this week, y'all. So, I'm trying to do right by Sywo. He actually gave me a lot of advice about the bard, and last week Dabmod, shout out to him. It was my first time playing with the bard. He helped me just kind of grasp what the bar can do. But just having you here, Sywo, I learned a ton, and now it just is affecting
Thank you,
my
buddy.
my play style. I feel like I'm gonna make y'all proud today. Oh my God, these crows though.
Two
Going
crows here.
in. Oh, okay. So, question, Sywo, on my class, because I'm a CQC class, do I do additional damage if I hit them in a different like side? Like, is there backstab damage?
Yes, absolutely. This is another thing with classes and skills in Lost Ark, is that very many skills from very many classes, not all classes, take huge advantage from being at the back, but very many classes do, including your cat, by the way, the striker. And hitting mobs from the back is absolutely really nice, and it increases your DPS output. Especially that they're both on me, as I am
They're
tanking them. You guys,
So,
I mean, you
are you
guys can
pulling
easily-
aggro because you're
Yes.
doing lots of damage?
Yeah,
Is that
that's kind of how
how-
it works generally.
Okay.
Yes. Also, for those of you who are new, one of the advantages of, let's say, not necessarily going solo in raids or in dungeons is exactly this. Because if you're solo, all of the aggro is always going to be on you, and you get interrupted, and it's not the same experience. But having that said, there are two classes in the game which have taunt skills. Taunt skills which can interrupt the mechanics, like these telegraphs that you see on the ground, for example, can be interrupted if a class called the Gun Lancer, which is kind of the tank in air quotes of the game, comes here and taunts the crow at the exact right time. Also, Summoner has the ability to taunt, the same as Gun Lancer, with the help of one of their pets, which is a pet that has a skill that can taunt. So yeah, group composition depends on the raid that you're doing, depends on the chemistry in between classes, by the way. So yeah, a very in-depth game at end game in terms of class choices, but not too hard to be very daunting on those of you who are new or maybe who don't want such an in-depth experience.
Cat over there just spinning,
Spinning to win?
spin to win.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you
Watch out
are.
for
You're
these.
doing all
Watch
the
out for these
damage.
frogs. These boil frogs. These frogs got boils on them.
They don't scare me. I'm getting in
did
there.
you see that?
But you gotta
Oh,
show them
boss,
that you're
boss, boss.
superior, Sai.
We got another question from
What's-
chat. Why are you small? So when you actually come to Tortoik, you
It's my
meet these
life.
mokokos. I have one following me here, Mocha, and you find out that this island is also inhabited by redfin pirates, and so you're actually trying to figure out where the next arc is, and you come to this island to figure that out. And from doing that, you actually drink the cashew juice. And it reminds me a lot of Alice in Wonderland, where she goes, she drinks the potion and shrinks down the size. It's pretty much that same thing here. So you start off, regular size, and you drink this cashew juice. You shrink down to the size of the mokoko because you're chasing one of the pirates, and the pirate actually shrinks down and runs into the mokoko village. So the whole point of you being small is you have to shrink down because you're chasing this pirate to figure out where this next arc is, and he's gonna lead you there. You just gotta find him. So you drink the cashew juice, you shrink down, you run into Mokoko Village, and then you just start helping them out. And that's where I got sidetracked. I didn't come back to this actual dungeon for at least like 20, 30 hours because I started going around back to the beginning and trying to find the Mokoko seeds. I'm about to die. I need a potion. There we go.
Yeah,
we got the
so-
Fruit Loop parrot
yeah.
over here. Just
So
Go ahead,
sci-fi, I'm going to talk a little bit more because I can talk and play at the same time. So you can just you can come at the back and support us here. That's much better. This is what I'm talking about. I wanted you guys that are new. I wanted you guys that are new to also notice that, for example, this is a boss in this dungeon, right? And under the boss's HP bar, which is composed out of several batches of HP, there is this purple bar, and this is called the break bar. In Lost Ark, every single skill, almost every single skill, has a form of crowd control that it does, right? Some of skills have a little bit more stronger crowd control, some skills not so much. As many of these crowd control skills as we use here, as you can see, it's slowly going down this purple bar, and once it's defeated, you get a moment of opportunity, right? And during this moment of opportunity, you do a lot more damage to the bosses, and not only that, as important is the fact that they don't move. They just stand still. They are basically knocked down, mobilized. So
and what's funny is I noticed that little bar underneath. I never knew what it was for. So
Mhm.
when that bar gets to the very end, that's when our attacks just do a lot more damage because he's controlled. He's just I call it being
Yeah.
rocked. You know, when you just get rocked and you just that fight night. What's up, Gold Rush 123? Can the game be downloaded now? Yes. So you'll be able to download the beta client from Steam. Yes. Um, for the beta, but the download begins on November 2nd. So you're gonna have to wait till November 2nd, and on November 2nd you'll be able to pre-download it. Oh my goodness, look at this. We're
We're
little
little
pawns.
pawns. Let's go.
I
I'm
forgot
pretty
how
used to
just
being
like
this size.
cool this
So
dungeon was. Watch out
yep,
for that
it's
flubber
dope.
right there. Let me put this down. We're supposed to what are we supposed to do here?
Oh yeah, not me.
Oh, we're
not
supposed to
knowing
drink
how
it?
to
I'm
down.
not drinking it.
I'm drinking it.
Yeah,
Get me in
So
there.
I think Sywo's doing it. I think Sywo's doing it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm gonna
how-
take one for the team.
Oh, good.
How do you
That's
feel?
the good stuff. That's the good juice.
Uh-oh. Oh, that actually is gonna bring us back to
Oh.
regular size. Oh, not on the table though. Go break the table.
Booba.
All three of us. Standing on this table. Okay.
Let's go.
Oh,
So
here
now
we
we're
go.
out. And we're going
Cat
to
love
try to
to
herd
fight.
these
Big pulls.
mobs. Okay.
Big pulls, yeah, big pulls. Let's do it. Let's go.
Do your job.
Oh, I do a lot more damage.
that-
Let's go. I kind of like
So,
Punchy
Sywo,
Man.
I have this skill here, this sound holic. Is this a holding skill where I hold it and this one?
Well, I mean, it depends. It depends how it's set up. If you can hold it, then it's a holding skill. It also says in the
Okay.
description of the skill, in the description of the tooltip, also depending on the perk that you have selected for various skills. Yeah, it says there also. I don't want to get murdered by all of the experienced bards in the chat, which I know there's plenty. Shout out to Lofi. So yeah.
Well, there are also
my
some new
expert-
players here in chat, so I think it's a good. Whoa. I know. This is my second time running with the bard. So like any noob advice you can give, Sywo, I'm all for it. Definitely. I'm trying to just figure out how to get out of it. It seems like I'm running slower.
I actually hope nobody saw that because I just died, but it's fine.
It's
No,
okay,
you
I'll
didn't.
stay
No, you
alive.
didn't.
I'll
No,
keep
you
the
didn't.
dream alive. Woo! Punchy Man.
Yeah, actually, I didn't die. It was just a visual bug. It's.
I have
a beta client
another
after.
quick question for you, Sywo. What is this thing on top of his head? That icon.
Right. So the icon is exactly what's happening now on the ground. For example, this is a place where we're all slowed down, and like Sai, it stood too much in it. He got petrified. Right. These little bosses here, I call them named mobs. These named mobs are, let's say, the leader of the pack. Right, the leader of the pirate, for example, and you generally need them in the open world. As you progress through your leveling, you're going to meet many of these. Each of them do a different effect. Some of them cast a fear, some of them cast a petrify location, a petrify area on the ground, and you need them for your map completion, which is another lovely part in Lost Ark, with really nice rewards. Something for those of you who enjoy achievements. Lost Ark got you covered plenty with the achievements in the game.
Oh, I'm trying to use this soundaholic. Yo, this move is dope. It is a holding skill, but they're still like, if they're swarming you from left to right, I like how you could actually rotate and turn it around too.
So I've noticed
Yeah.
I have a
And
right click, which seems like an auto attack. Is that important at all? Like, should I be hitting that button?
So for some classes, actually, it's actually really important, especially in PvP content. For example, the male version of my class, the Deadeye, right? It is really important for them to master their auto attack. This just simple attack. For you, it's with fists. For them, it's with pistols, for example. Every weapon, shotgun, pistol, rifle, has auto attack. But for the Deadeye, it's important to master his auto attack timings in PvP, because auto attack staggers, and it's actually part of their rotation when they approach a target. A couple of auto attacks, just the right amount to keep them locked in there, and then continue with the combo. So some classes benefit a lot more, yes, from auto attacking, but it's generally that's something that's done for PvP con.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And
This
he's
is a,
glowing yellow because he's like a mini boss, huh?
Yes.
Kat, so far, I mean, you're playing with the martial artist, which is like one of my favorite classes. what are you enjoying about just playing with him? Do you like the move set, the abilities?
The animations, and me just getting in there and being able to do so much damage. That's why I like playing DPS in MMOs, is because I get
Yeah.
in there and I just do damage. That's it. Like, seeing the numbers go up is great, and then just spamming on my buttons when they're up is probably my favorite thing.
Yeah, he's
But the
definitely
animations are dope.
yeah, he's flashy. And when I played with him, I
Very.
honestly I felt like Ip Man or like Bruce Lee. I was just in there, what? I would just
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I played with him for a couple hours. I actually didn't even. I wanted. I think I'm gonna main the martial artist. I'm thinking about it right now. It's out of the martial artist or the bard because I feel like usually when I play uh, MMOs, there really isn't anyone that I run with that wants to be a support. They usually want to be a
Oh,
tanker.
you need
Yeah, so
some better friends. Sorry.
maybe,
Oh,
maybe.
yeah, by the way, here in Lost Ark, supports are so welcomed and so respected, by the way, in general. So a support player is going to have a very nice experience. Maybe not so healy. Sai, you need to press
How do I
B
get rid of
in order
this? Okay.
B.
I was gonna say, what is?
Sci-fi was in the gathering. By the way, in the sci-fi was. If you look at his screen, I didn't, because I cannot see it. But he was in the gathering part of his UI, simply because he was chopping down the tree that we passed on just after that the previous boss we did. And Lost Ark has plenty of nice gathering ways. Nice professions to gather and craft also. Very important to craft in Lost Ark. It's very rewarding in terms of finances, and also it looks really nice, from fishing to lumbering to archaeology, by the way, hunting. Very nice crafting and
I
gathering
want to
system
fish.
also.
I'm a
Oh,
fish.
I'm all
Absolutely.
about the fishing. I can sit there for hours,
Yeah.
days.
Hey, y'all can go out
Yeah.
and do the dungeons, and I'll just chop down trees and make battle items. One cool thing about the life skills is that they're all very distinct. They have their own features. So if you were to go into fishing, you're going to be able to craft items that can help your party. And the life skill that I focused on the most was lumbering because it was kind of easy for me. There are a lot of trees that you could chop. Mining, I kind of focus on that towards the beginning of the game because there are a lot of places you can mine, but I quickly got to areas that I couldn't mine. And then I just recently found out about platinum fields, and that's more in game. Is it Sywo, the platinum fields and this is
That's only for endgame. Platinum fields, for those of you who are new, the platinum fields are actually instanced places where you can take full advantage of only gatherables, right? You enter platinum fields by having a tickets which you get as a random drop from doing regular dungeons, also at endgame, and they're full. These platinum fields are jam-packed with crafting, with gatherables, right, for every single profession.
I'm gonna need someone just in my party that's just gonna just spend their time just doing stuff like that, the farming, because that's another feature within Lost Ark that's very very you could definitely be an efficient squad if you have everyone staggered with their classes, someone focused on these mobs that are running up on us. Oh my goodness, Sywo! Was
Wait,
that a
I know it
rocket
took me
launcher?
this long. But
Yo, that was dope.
how come Sywo has a cool cat and I don't?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Where's my
Need to
cool
pull that thing
cat?
out more often, man. Oh yeah, where's my
Wait.
pet?
Yeah, wait. How do I get a
We
pet?
should've-
And what does
We
it
should have
do?
been did that, cat.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, just worth mentioning that the only release of Lost Ark who gets a cat as a pet is ours.
what?
So needless to say, very excited for that. The pets, you can have a pet. For those of you who are new, everyone is going to receive, by the way, a pet, a purple grade pet, with our Western release for free from a quest. So very important for those of you that are just discovered Lost Ark to jump in the game straight from day one. I'm not sure how long that quest is going to last, but you get a pet, and pets are very useful in Lost Ark to loot items, right, from the ground. This is their main function. And in the game, there's so many items, especially at end game, hundreds of cool items and drops and materials that you get for every dungeon run, right? And pets are very
Yes,
nice
I
to
will.
have.
They auto loot this whole time. I did not have my pet out, so I was not getting any
Same,
loot. Is what he's pretty much saying.
but I
Now
have
we
one now.
understand. Now now we
Now I get
understand,
it.
everyone.
Everything has
Yeah, why
a
Sci-Fi is
purpose.
pressing 2 skills per stream, simply because he's just pressing F and G to loot his items from the ground. Now we get it.
Man, yeah,
Yeah.
I was seriously running up to items and like clicking on them to pick them up. I didn't
I was
realize like
actually just
that's
running over
one of
them,
the
so I
features of
probably
the
left
pet.
them.
I
But
was getting the silver, but not. I don't think I was actually getting the
Mhm.
loot. There are multiple features of Lost Ark. There's a lot of stuff that y'all are going to be able to do. On top of the life skills that Sywo just went over, there's also sailing, and there are also strongholds, and that's one of my favorite features in the game are the strongholds and the fact that you can build up affinity with these NPCs and actually pretty much ask them to move in with you and move to your island. And they give you these tasks and they give you really cool gear, and you can throw parties, and um, you can actually collect items that you can put in your stronghold. And that is something that I really love because it reminds me a lot of Animal Crossing, and I love that game. So I'm like, whoa, I can
By the way,
actually build my own little town. And go ahead, Sywo. Whoa.
I wanted to say, speaking about Stronghold, to those of you who are new, Stronghold is the housing system in Lost Ark. Pretty important and very well done, by the way. You can have a lot of decorating items that you can place in your house. And I wanted to, and the housing is also useful for crafting, for example, where you craft these materials that you gather from the world is on your housing plot, right? You can make a lot of consumables, a lot of cool items. And I wanted to mention, since Sci-Fi was talking, that there's a lot of decorative items that you can place on your plot and make it beautiful. We talked about the mokoko seeds at the beginning of the stream, the little collectibles that are scattered because of this giant sneezing on this island all around Arcasia. These mokoko seeds, if you gather 750 of them, you get to a point in the reward section where you get a huge statue of a mokoko. Can you imagine a statue of a mokoko? I mean, I know that those of you who are new have no idea how a mokoko seed looks like, but you will, because it's part of Lost Ark, integral part. And you get a huge statue if you gather 750 of them and bring them back to the village chief here. Just wanted to
That's
say,
how many there are.
beautiful.
I have 188, and I thought I was almost finished collecting them. There's 700. Are y'all ready for this?
oh, dun dun dun
I'm
dun
ready.
dun 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 dun. Oh, was that not
It looks
okay?
very. Yeah, y'all ready for this? It looks very ominous. Go ahead. Who's gonna touch it first?
You.
Strange
Don't
vibrations
touch
can
it,
be
right?
felt in the statue.
I touched it.
Oh,
Don't worry. Big
I
shiny.
touched the
Oh,
butt.
I should have touched
Oh,
it.
what the hell is this?
Getting in there, doing damage, or pressing buttons.
That was a bad touch right there. Pronounce his name though. It's Guardian EOLH. Eol.
Something like that.
We have to pass this Guardian's test to actually move forward. And
Okay,
you're
this
tested a
class is
lot
dope.
in these dungeons. Whoa, whoa! Watch out for that. That took a ton of my health. This dude
I
has
can see why you want to main the
225,000.
striker.
The striker,
He does
yeah,
so
look
much
at you.
damage. He does so much damage, and I look cool.
You're in the thick of it.
Like
Into
if
the
my
thick of
character
it.
had a Tinder profile, it'd be really good. Like I
Hey
would
guys,
pop off.
I'm gonna use my bubbles. These actually increase
Bubble
y'all's your HP. I think it said. Use all your bubbles to restore all party members' HP by 4%. Cool. I had
This is
some
what
bubbles, so
happens.
that was my identity skill right there from attacking, and Sywo actually helping me put my points into just more moves that are gonna increase that identity. Each class has their own identity skill, and for the bard, once it's filled here in the middle, I can either use my bubbles to damage foes or use it to heal party members. So that's where that where that
Now
support
is the
comes in.
moment
He's
of
rocked.
opportunity. Now,
Yeah.
he's a rock.
Now is my chance. So let me use my strongest moves here. I got this back attack move,
Okay, it's
and I
already
found
over.
out a little bit about that. Sywo actually helped me understand that when you're looking at the moves, your abilities, they actually give you They will let you know if it's a back attack, front attack, paralysis move, and you use that accordingly. So you could have a ton of back. All your moves could be back attack moves, but they're gonna do a ton of damage if you're behind the enemy. And then you can have front attack moves, so you can switch it up. And oh my goodness, he's
By the
still.
way,
This is a
guys,
round two.
I just wanted to say that during this second phase of this boss fight, at one point he's going to get a shield on himself, and we need to break that shield. Like now, for example. Not now.
Okay.
Not now. Sorry. That's my bad. My bad. Okay, now. Everything
Right
you
here.
have. Everything
I
you
see
have.
it.
Oh, I didn't race through this moment. There was I had already clicked the buttons. Got it.
No problem.
I'm resurrecting. I'm coming back, boys. Okay, so I should. Okay, so you tell me now, and I'll spam all the buttons. I'll smash my head on my keyboard.
I'm back.
We're not gonna get it again though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like how when you die, the little flowers just bloom around your your body.
Yeah, by the way, guys, those of you who are new, that this music that you hear when sci-fi dies, this is not a part of the game.
Whoa!
It's a part of our stream.
But it actually is from Lost Ark. So you actually that's a if y'all could tell me where exactly that music is in the game. But yeah, that
I don't know, but if I would take a guess, I would say that it's from the Starlight Island when Frank plays the piano. This is just an absolute bad guess. Probably someone in the chat knows.
Do any of y'all know where that song is from? I like that. It was really chill to me. I was like, oh, you know what? So his push immunity bar, that small bar underneath his health bar, is almost actually just depleted. So now's our chance. I'm coming in with. Oops, I'm doing it like the wrong way. sorry. You only had one job. I know. I'm stunned. He hit me with the stone cold stunner.
Yeah, I got rooted. Oh.
Here we go. Stunned again. Watch out for these. Yeah, watch out for those tree branches. There we go. Drop it like it's hot. Oh yeah.
Did we do it? Did we win? Are we amazing?
Yes.
We're amazing.
The second piece,
Wow.
you guys. So this
Bro,
is Tortoise's patience. Huh? Get off of me. Just slap the hell out of this dude. They just run away.
What a weirdo.
Yeah.
Well,
They don't want a
anyway,
piece of us.
They don't want none of
already
this.
found all the glyphs on the map. I wonder where the third piece might be. You know,
That's Mocha Mocha
maybe
right
the
there.
chief could help.
That's like my
Back
best
to the
friend in
village.
Lost Ark. Mocha Mocha.
And also a sailor for your
yeah,
boats,
he
because
is.
as a matter of fact, there are boats in Lost Ark, and you can use them in a variety of ways. And Mocha Mocha, the little mokoko person who was on sci-fi screen, she's also a sailor. Yeah.
Hey, but guess what, y'all? We
Cool.
did it.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, this is
Amazing.
like the perfect time to show off my dance move, and I did it in heels just to. I am
Welcome
rocking
to
my
regular
heels. Let me
Friday.
see what I got here.
Regular work day.
This is just a normal Friday for me. I actually also got some really good gear. I'm going from 180 item level to 215. So that's a wow. Look at the increase in the basic effects. It's going from 196 physical defense to 335. So really dope. A huge increase. And actually, that's one of the biggest rewards from playing on hard. If I can roll with a squad, I'm down to play on hard. But doing that stuff solo for me is very, very challenging.
I love that
let
you
me
can do
clip
it
this.
solo. I feel like that's the challenge of it. I mean, like running with
Yeah.
friends is fun, but solo is like
Yeah,
the
and the-
ultimate challenge.
And the same
And,
goes for raiding also at end game and the end game content in general, dungeons and raiding. For those of you who are new and are maybe a lone wolf kind of player, you do have content in Lost Ark that's designed to scale to as many people as you are, right?
And Sywo, do you have any additional advice to give to any new players that are going to be joining us?
Yes, a lot of additional advice, and we don't have enough time for me to start talking about Lost Ark. I talked about it for 3 years, but what I want to say for this beta, get into the beta if you're new. get yourself a Founders Pack. Trust me, you won't regret it either way. Spending this money, you get into the beta, you try a couple of classes, you level up one normally yourself, and then afterwards you get a boost for a second class, and you get to pick two classes to try it out. Get a chance to meet some people, by the way, very good advice. Get a chance to be friendly, to maybe join a guild in the beta so you can have it for later on for release. Being part of a guild is actually really nice in Lost Ark. There is guild only content, by the way, that they do, PvP content and PvE content. Being part of a community such as a guild also rewards you with specific tokens from doing that guild content, the guild missions as well, tokens with which you can buy even more materials to progress with your character at end game. So being part of a guild is an asset. And don't worry, guilds in Lost Ark are not as annoying as guilds in other MMORPGs that I have personally played, by the way. Nobody's gonna ask you to you need to do this and that. People are happy to have you in a guild or in their alt guild. um, it's just a nice experience overall, just unlocks you more content, right?
Hey, Sywo, I'm waiting for you to create a guild, and the name of it should be
Yes.
400 hours. But
Oh
Hmm.
my
there y'all
God.
have it. I hope that y'all enjoyed that dungeon. I really had a blast running it, and I can't wait to show y'all more next week as we do some in-game stuff. Before we actually get out of here, I really want to just give a special thank you for joining me, Kat, Sywo. Kat, I hope that you have fun. I know it was your first time playing,
Blast.
but please let everybody know where they can find you.
You can pretty much find me at KatContii everywhere. Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube. I stream on the regular, but I want to say like a huge thank you to everybody at Lost Ark. Sai, you were incredible. Sywo, thank you so much for all of the help production. You were amazing. But thank you guys again. I had a freaking blast and I can't wait for the closed beta.
I'm happy to hear that because I'm gonna join you and it's gonna be fun. And Sywo, San, thank you so much, man, for joining us today. It was really, really dope having you just here, just giving us all the knowledge that you have and teaching us the ways because I learned a ton and I can't wait to link up with you again so I can learn even more. But where can
Yeah,
everyone
cheers,
find
buddy.
you, Sywo?
Yeah, cheers. I appreciate you. I appreciate those of you at Amazon Games also for what you're doing with the game. Those of you at Smilegate also. I saw a lot of positive feedback and positive changes that you guys are on to. Very, very nice. I just wanted to congratulate you guys at Amazon Live here. Where people can find me, not that important. What I do want to say, and I think this is my only chance to actually say this. I've been having it on my mind for quite a while. I want to give a shout out to everyone who is in the chat, everyone who is watching. I want to give a shout out to all the new players. I want to extend a warm welcome. If you're new, welcome to our game. I'm pretty sure you're going to have a blast. And I also wanted to say a huge thank you to the other content creators, the dedicated content creators in Lost Ark that have been with this game for 3 years, 2 years, a year, and some of them that are actually brand new. And I wanna mention just a few of them that for me are just absolutely legendary. For example, Coleveri on Twitch, Saint On on Twitch, really really nice people. Some of my idols in Lost Ark for their content, for their perseverance, for the way they play. Tea Party Percy, I miss you, come back. And there's so many others. For example, Zemano, Kanima, Lofi LOL, Shandamon, Cannon, Omnipower, Ben Lee, Nico Too Low, Nedclad, Ronin, Wilkie, and Lino, and also people from other MMORPGs that I saw recently coming into Lost Ark and enjoying it. Shout out to my boy Stoops. I see you, baby. Very excited to have all of these people. And if you're new, do give them a shout out. I'm gonna paste their names in the chat here so you can actually see how they're spelled. Find them on Twitch, find them on YouTube. They are people who also have a roller coaster with Lost Ark, also have love for the game as much as I do. And they're absolutely worth giving them a watch because I watch them. How do you think I make my guides? I go on YouTube, I search for wiki, then I make my guides right here in my headphones all this time. Who do you think was telling me what to say? Saint Tone, obviously. So yeah, I'm joking, of course, but do give them a try. Yeah.
Sywo, That's so dope of you, man. Did y'all hear that? I asked him where can everyone find you, Sywo, and he shouts out all these creators that y'all should definitely go and follow. But that's so humble of you, Sywo. And I'm gonna have to shout you out myself because y'all really need to go and you owe it to yourself to go on YouTube, follow, subscribe to his channel, Sywo-san. Follow him on Twitter to stay up to date for when he drops a video. I personally learned a lot from watching your videos, Sywo. So I really, really appreciate you rolling with us today, man. And next
Cheers,
week,
buddy. Thank
y'all,
you.
we're going to be back and we're going to be running some in-game content. And I'm excited for y'all to see this because it's going to be my first time actually running any in-game raids and playing with any friends. So that's going to be dope. I hope that y'all can come back. Kat's going to come back. Dat Mods from our first stream will be back. Sywo-san, the God, is going to come back. And we're also going to be joined by another special guest. And that special guest will be Cloaksy. Cloaksy is very excited to play Lost Ark. And I'm excited to have him rolling with us as we do this in-game raid next week. I hope to see y'all there. Also, remember, 34 additional countries approved and confirmed for the beta. So sign up on playlostark.com. November 4th through November 11th is when that beta is going to run. Also, if you are a creator, especially if you're someone that Sywo just shouted out, be sure to sign up for our creator program on playlostark.com. But for now, my name is Sci-Fi, and from everyone here at Amazon Game Studios, stay safe, have fun, and keep gaming. Peace.